First up is Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. This is a 1991 movie starring Keanu Reeves, my third Keanu Reeves movie, soon to be my fourth. Alex Winter and William Sadler. Hopefully you're aware of this movie. This is the sequel to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which I got to see like a year and a half ago at the Budget Theater, and that was a great experience. I really loved it. I had seen that one before. I realized while watching this, I hadn't seen this one before. I'd seen like little bits and pieces. I knew death was in it, but that's kind of all I knew. So I sort of went in expecting it to be like a carbon copy of the first one. You know, like in the first one they go back in time, and the second one they'll go back in time, and then to the future, and then back in time again, because that's, you know, how sequels do. But no, this one they do a completely different journey. They literally go to hell and to heaven and have all these hijinks, and like it's great. I really like this one. I think my favorite part of this one was honestly evil Bill and Ted. So like there's some robots from the future that get sent back in time, and they're just so great. They're so ridiculous and over the top, and I love them so much. I also just love the time travel mechanics in this, because like technically it's fixed time travel. Like you can't change the past. What you've done has already been done. So like no matter what, like it's there, which I just love fixed time travel. And that's great. I think it's also technically parallel time travel, because like years have passed in the future since the last time they sent stuff back. And I think like time, you know, it progresses in both places at the same time. So you can't just like keep sending someone back to the same spot. When you move in the future, it moves in the past as well, it's just a great mechanic. I like that. They did that in Dragon Ball Super, and I really like that. But yeah, also hell was freaking terrifying. Like I was scared as an adult. It's so damn creepy and anxiety inducing. And like, I think the first one you could easily show little kids, but the second one, I'm like, maybe wait till you're like a teenager, and then you can see the second one, because that's like some nightmare-inducing stuff. It's great though, I love it. I guess my only complaint about this movie is that the babes didn't really do anything. They were just kind of there. I think they did replace the actresses as well, which is disappointing. But I just wish because they're so important to the band. It's like, I know it's Bill and Ted, but like, come on, the babes. It's the babes. And I don't think they're the new one, which I'm really excited for. I'm going to see it this weekend on Sunday. But I'm excited for the kids. I think the kids are going to be great, especially Samara Weaving. I love her so much. I got high hopes. I got high hopes for the new one. But yeah, I do think I liked the first one more than the second one. I think I liked Excellent Adventure more than Bogus Journey, but I think they're both good. It's a good time. Good fun, silly time. Yeah. Now on to Cleo from 5 to 7. I can do 7. This is a French movie from 1962. Basic premise is Cleopatra there. I think she's both those things. She is this young singer, struggling artist person who wasn't feeling well, so she went to the doctor, and she's waiting for her diagnosis. So this movie takes place in real time from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. She waits to hear her results on whether or not she has cancer. And it's a really interesting movie. Because like it's just her kind of like freaking out about it, but also just like literally walking from places or like driving from places. And like so many people are really dismissive of her. They're just always like, oh, you're always overreacting, Cleo. And it's like, no, this is legit. This is a big deal. And they're like, sure it is, Cleo. But like she's really struggling with everything. So yeah, most people just kind of dismiss her, where some people kind of overreact. And it's pretty interesting. I will say though, I don't think I got this movie. I like and I enjoyed it, but I don't think I like understood it. Like at the beginning of the movie, it has a bunch of tarot cards, and it's in color for some reason, but then the rest of the movie's in black and white, and it's kind of jarring to just go back and forth between color and black and white. And I also don't get why everyone is so dismissive of her. Like, what's the point of that? Also, there's like a bunch of talk about the Algerian War, and I don't understand why. Like, I get why it's talked about because that was happening at the time. That was the same thing with Bridges of Chambeau. That was prevalent in that as well. But it just, I didn't get it. I don't get why that really was affecting her, because that wasn't affecting her. But like that explains why there's soldiers everywhere. Also, there's like a romantic interest near the end, and he's kind of just creepy. He's just like really intently staring at her and just like unmoving. And it's like you're more of like a stalker rather than just like a romantic interest. I don't know. I'm sure someone has like a good like deep dive on like all the symbolism stuff of this movie. And I just need to find that video or whatever, or essay, and then I'll appreciate it more. But yeah, I thought it was fine. My favorite part of the movie though was, so she's a singer and like she has some songwriters come and they're like practicing some potential new songs. And there's one that's really emotional and really good. And I was like that one moment I really liked. Otherwise it was just fine. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was fine. I put in the light. Yeah, okay. Someone's mowing the lawn outside. Anyway, now on to The Devil's Advocate. This is a 1997 movie starring Keanu Reeves, my fourth Keanu Reeves movie. Charlize Theron, my fifth Charlize Theron movie. She's now tied with Natalie Portman and Patrick Wilson. And then this movie also has Al Pacino. So the basic premise is that Keanu Reeves there is an up-and-coming lawyer who has yet to lose a case. And then Al Pacino comes in and poaches him to come to New York and win some big cases for him there. Yeah, it's decent. I liked it. I'm definitely going to spoil the hell out of this movie. So, yeah. I thought this was just a movie about lawyers and stuff because that's what it kind of looked like. I didn't really like read into the movie. It's based on the book. And then like right before I clicked play, I accidentally saw like one of the tags for the movie, and I'm like so upset that I did because it ruins a twist that happens literally halfway through the movie, halfway through this 2 hour. So the big twist is that the title is literal. Keanu Reeves is the devil's advocate. He is the half son of the devil. The devil is Al Pacino. And yeah, his basically Al Pacino wants to bring about the apocalypse. There's some whole incest stuff that's happening too. I liked a lot of the ideas here. I definitely liked what they were going for. I like the idea that he's just the son of the devil and he still has free will and everything. I think that's really interesting. My kind of big complaint about that movie though is that they made it very like once this spooky weird stuff happened, it's clear that it was real. Like immediately you're like, oh okay, it's not just like some weird mental thing. Like you definitely just saw a demon right there. There's no sugarcoating it. And again, I wish I wouldn't have read that tag because I would have like, when you do see that first demon, you're kind of just like, whoa, what the hell was that? What is going on? I thought this was just a lawyer movie. And now suddenly there's like demons. It would have been a great moment, but I knew about it because of the stupid tag. But yeah, it just, I don't know. Like a lot of, because my big problem with the demon stuff is just that it's a really dated CGI. It looks so bad. But even still, I think it would have been more fun and interesting if you're just not sure if it's just like, oh, is Charlize Theron just going crazy or are there actual demons and stuff? Like, what the hell is happening? But they do make it very clear. At least it felt very clear to me. Yeah, I like the cast though. I really love the chemistry between Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron. I think they did really well together. Some people kind of criticize Keanu Reeves' acting in this. I thought he was fine. He was a good choice. I would say Brad Pitt was almost cast in this, and that would have been a good choice. But Keanu Reeves was good. I liked him in this. Al Pacino had his moments of greatness, but overall he was fine. I don't know. I kind of think the biggest issue with this movie is kind of just the director. I don't think he didn't dig it in the complete right direction. This is kind of my thought. I don't know how to exactly describe director issues because I'm not a director, but I think that's where the problem is. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, I did end up putting this in the liked. It's kind of near the bottom of liked, but it's definitely in the liked. Yeah, so that's all I got to say about that. Fun times, right? Sure. Got all dressed up today for nothing. My plans got canceled. It's so sad.